looks the part, looks sharp. I like his attire as he's making his way to the ring. He's ranked number 8 by the WBO at 126 pounds. Some may think, how do you get a title shot? Ranked number 8 in the WBO, but stranger things have happened.
I got one by the WBO ranked at number 11 when I fought Ito, so don't look too heavily focused on where the name is on the list. Just know that they have the qualification to fight for a world title, and they could be a sleeper and sneak on you and grab your title if you're not careful.
And that is the plan that Eduardo Baez is hoping for, to catch Navarrete slipping, taking him too lightly, sucking the weight to make 126 pounds. I mean, he feels like he's in the right position, but that's a bad man right there making his way to the ring.
He definitely is.
El Vaquero, 35-1, 29 knockouts, and really not a name that anybody's calling for. All he's done is come out of nowhere against Isaac Dogbe back in 2018 and win every fight since the rematch. Bevaque, Alorda, Santissima, Villa, Pitufo Diaz, Joet Gonzalez, and now here he is against Eduardo Baez.
The resume is stacked, and the resume is definitely stacked, and he only wants but the bigger names in the future.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
This is boxing. This is Top Rank. And baby, this is the main event. 12 rounds for the WBO Featherweight Championship of the world. Introducing first out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 125.8 pounds. Wearing red trunks with black trim. His record, 21 victories, 2 defeats, 2 draws. 7 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He is the number 8 ranked featherweight contender, making his first attempt at a world title from Mexico, Baja California, Mexico. Eduardo El Fantástico Baez. Introducing out of the red corner, presented in association with Zanfer Promotions. He weighed in at 125.8 pounds, wearing blue and white trunks. His record, 35 victories, 1 defeat, 29 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He is the former junior featherweight world champion, making his 10th world title appearance. He is the reigning, defending WBO featherweight champion of the world from San Juan, Zitaltepec, Mexico, Emanuel Navarrete.
Christina Poncher and Jamel Herring here with you, taking it through the call. Welcome all of our friends watching on Sky Sports in the UK and Ireland. What a day of boxing it's been. Thank you for sticking with us as we are ready for our main event. Baez in the red and black trunks, the champion Navarrete in the blue and white trunks.
Should be a good one.
Both fighters orthodox at right-handed stance. Both fighters like to throw a lot of punches. CompuBox will have their hands busy this evening. Navarrete starting with the jab, then down to the body with the jab goes Baez. Baez said he had an extremely efficient training camp. They worked 4-minute rounds, 13, 14 rounds at a time of sparring to prepare for the work rate of Navarrete. Even got a sports psychologist in camp. Worked with a psychologist 2 to 3 times a week to get his mental right for this moment.
I'm trying to figure out the strategy right now from Baez. I don't know if he wants to test the legs because of the weight issues of Navarrete's, or if he just seems a little stiff and fidgety.
The weight issues Jamel's alluding to is Navarrete first coming in on the scale over the weight, looking very dry, then dropping the underpants, re-weighing, and then they're saying that they believed he was still over, but somehow 0.6 pounds came off the scale, 0.6. So about a half a pound almost once the draws came off, and the commission said that he made the weight 0.2 under the 126-pound limit. Baez still not believing that he really made the weight. But nonetheless, didn't file a complaint, started both to rehydrate, and here we are.
Nice jab from Baez, though.
Navarrete with that long reach, 72-inch reach. You know what, though? Navarrete actually looks really dry, Jamel.
Yeah,
I don't know how much of a warm-up he really got going in the locker room, but he, like, not one bead of sweat.
And not just that, also, you never know how much fluid he put back in his body after the weigh-in. Right now, he definitely seems dry and just a bit off.
10 months out of the ring, the longest layoff of the career of Navarrete, who at one time was like the most active world champion. He had fought 4 times in 2018, 4 times in 2019, and 3 times in 2020. Well-deserved break, but one that, he connected with a big left hand there, and a counter left hand by Baez.
Here we go. Here we go.
Looks to shoot that uppercut from the left side, does Navarrete.
It was too wide out. It was too far out.
Didn't take long for this one to heat up. More action to come. Round 2 scheduled for 12. And down to the body with 6 body shots goes Baez. Baez definitely let his hands go a lot more, trying to rough up, maybe catch Navarrete early, as Navarrete kind of swings wildly to get himself out of that corner.
Stop.
I don't know. I'm going off what you were saying earlier about Navarrete being dry. And I mean, I know he just doesn't seem like himself. He's just
and those are some looping shots.
That's him.
There he is.
There he goes.
I mean, he swings so wildly with these shots. I mean, his style is so unorthodox. It was like a weed whacker.
You don't know if he's cold or what. It seems like he'll take punishment and then he'll come back swinging.
He will.
And everything has knockout written over when he starts unleashing his attack.
Body attack with the left hand, but that's what he did in the Joet Gonzalez fight. He took a lot of shots from Joet in that fight. Down to the body goes Baez. Back to the body with the left hand goes Baez. And you could tell they made a concerted effort in camp to work that body of Navarrete.
Yeah.
It's just tricky. It's really hard to get inside because he hits you with these long-range looping shots.
But that's smart. I mean, if he continues to go to the body early, it may pay off big in the end, especially, again, if Navarrete was having issues during camp with his weight.
Navarrete has gone the distance in 2 of his last 3 fights. He went the distance with Ruben Villa, knocked out Christopher Patifo Diaz in the 12th, and then the distance in his last fight against Joet Gonzalez. Baez does have 2 losses and a draw on his record, but both of those losses for Baez have come by decision losses. He has never been stopped as a professional.
And so far right now, he's looking good. A little wild, can't be wild though. You gotta be.
And Navarrete is not one of those fighters you really feel like you want to fight fire with fire, but that seems to be what Baez would like to do here early.
And Navarrete will make you regret those mistakes.
Oh, especially later too. I mean, he's definitely the kind of fighter that gets better as the fight goes on. His engine revs up more and more as the rounds progress.
He gets stronger.
He absolutely does, which Baez is aware of, likely why they're pushing the pressure here so early in round 1 and 2.
Oh, good shot from Baez.
championship fight, the WBO featherweight world title on the line. The champion, Navarrete, looking to make his third defense of that title. Baez looking to spoil that party in his first ever clash for a world title and walked right into the low with that left hand for Baez to start round 3.
That's what I mean. When he makes mistakes like that, Navarrete is going to make you regret it every time. You can't shoot out that far from a guy who has range and height like that anyway. Excellent
point, especially leaving your head wide open.
That's what he did. That right there, yeah, move your head. But at the same time, be smart with your attack. But I give him credit. He's moving his head, working his way on the inside. He just can't shoot from 3 feet away. He's got to be smart, because this guy is dangerous.
Good job slipping under that right hand there from Baez. Baez slipped that shot from Navarrete. Looks to come back with the left hand to the body.
Yeah, he's trying to break him down with the body. Take away those legs and power.
Which he did so far. I mean, he's landed 14 shots to the body.
Baez go back to the jab, though. I understand he's getting close, but he's not. I haven't seen much of the jab this round. He's doing a lot of following, and he's slipping to get his way in. But where's the jab at? The jab was working in the first round.
And now Navarrete turns southpaw. Fighting out of the left-hand stance. Looking to shoot that left as an uppercut. There's the right uppercut. Navarrete telling us in the fighter meetings as he gets clipped with the right hand, and then turns it on with some counter shots that he knows Baez will come out like a lion. I know he'll throw hard shots, but I'm hoping to get the stoppage after the 6th round.
That's what Baez, nice combination.
Baez looking like he belongs so far.
Right.
Back and forth now. Uppercut.
But every time, Navarrete gets him something big, and he doesn't like it, and that's when he gets mean and aggressive in it himself. But that's where Baez needs to keep Navarrete at. Stay on the inside and his back against the ropes. I like how he's slipping those big punches. Now watch those heads though, with stuff like that.
Back to orthodox goes Navarrete. Chopping right hand. Baez, though, keeping up shot for shot, which we knew that he would.
Yeah,
it's just who was going to land the harder shots, the more effective shots. Flick uppercut landed by Baez at the bell.
I mean, so far, his power has been respectable in this matchup. Baez said it is.
But we talked about the body attack, the 25 body shots from Baez through 3 rounds. It's quite impressive.
That's going to be the key. That's going to be the key to this whole matchup.
Slow him down, right? Somehow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you like that they touch gloves before every round, Jamal?
No.
I'm not a fan of it either. I'm not a fighter, but I'm cool with saving all that till the end.
I used to get yelled at just for touching gloves and sparring, so I know it's not permitted in a fight.
I guess it's good sportsmanship. I'm sure some people appreciate it. I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm just like, save it for the end.
Yeah.
For now, I'm trying to knock your head off.
Still a good matchup, though, for the most part, so we'll let it slide. Tries to go for that home run again. You got to cut the ring off. He's got to hit Baez. He has to cut the ring off. Oh. I don't know. Sometimes at times it seems like Navarrete is just still trying to find his rhythm and where he's at times. It's like he doesn't know exactly what he wants to do, and while he's thinking, Baez is too busy either in his face or throwing punches.
Working.
Yeah, working. And I know it looks a lot. Navarrete just looks frustrated.
And then like everything changes and you're like, where did that come from? When you get sometimes in the second half of the fights, but I agree with you. Maybe the layoff is taking him a little longer to find his groove as he lunges forward with the right hand and then shakes it out for a second. You see that?
And it's probably one of those things also where he's getting a taste of his own medicine, like how he pointed out, like they're similar in terms of styles of punches. So he's probably he's not used to seeing something like this in front of him.
I mean, Joet came forward and threw a ton of punches, but like really right down the middle,
Right,
in his face.
Exactly. Joet was like more technical. He threw a lot of punches, but he was like there. Baez is kind of awkward in his own right as well. And he's slipping punches. He's dipping under him.
Land a nice left hand to the body there.
And sometimes missing shots can frustrate you more than hitting something. See, that right there can frustrate you. When you're just throwing and you're missing, it takes a lot out of you as well.
Partially blocked that left hand. And good counter shots there, though, from Baez.
Yeah.
Ooh, big right hand from Navarrete. That one caught Baez's attention.
Now he's back to move that upper body, though, I'll tell you that.
Took it well, but definitely for just a second, you could tell that that was a beautiful flush right hand. Best punch of the fight so far for Navarrete. And then the thing with Navarrete, too, when he punches Jamel, especially in this fight in particular, like he's punching on his toes. He's not really sitting down, putting a lot of the shots because he's having to lunge forward.
Right.
With these shots, you don't really generate as much power that way. I mean, that one he sat down a little bit throwing that left hand, but he's kind of on his toes reaching a lot of these shots.
Taking power off him when he gets his feet in the air.
Tienes que trabajar, güey. Tienes que trabajar todo eso, entonces.
Take a look here. More of the body. More of the body from Baez. And going right back down to it. Body work. That's really been the game plan the entire fight, and it's been effective.
And that last round, round 4, he threw the least amount of body shots. And I just saw his manager, Sean Gibbons, who is, you know, working with Eduardo Baez, run over to the corner and say, go back to the body, go back to the body. He's from Team Baez. I'm not going to say he's his manager, but he is with Team Baez. You'll want him to go back and do more of that body work that he did in the round prior. Round 5 scheduled for 12. Christina Poncher, Jamel Herring with you on the call. Thank you for joining us. It's been quite an exciting night, exciting card. Things are heating up here once again. Emanuel Navarrete looking to make the third defense of his featherweight WBO world title. Baez not making it easy.
No, not at all.
And stepping up to the plate in his first ever major world championship opportunity.
And he's not intimidated. So far, he's stepped up to the plate. Good body shot, good jab, good hook. Good.
2 right hands and a left hand caught Navarrete there leaning in. Navarrete comes back and comes forward.
That's how he does. That's what he does. But he needs to be first. You know what I will say though that I think no one has really noticed is that Baez has actually been winning.
Oh, nice left hand from Baez there.
He's been first for the most part in these exchanges. And Navarrete has been reacting to what Baez is doing, and that's what he shouldn't be doing. Navarrete, because he's very offensive in his own right. He needs to be first.
There's a nice right hand that got through from Navarrete, and there's another right hand, right cross.
Baez can't continue going to the front door. He has to start using the angles. Just stepping off to the side. Even going backwards is not good because Navarrete is going to shoot right back at you.
Down to the body, goes Navarrete back to the corner. Right hand, left hand exchange from Navarrete. Baez having some trouble breathing out of his nose. Navarrete continuing to push forward now. Now being first a little bit more here. Ooh, beautiful combination from Navarrete there.
Ooh.
Finishing with the left hand, 2 left hands. Oh, nice counter left from Baez.
Yeah, it's been that left hook. That's twice in a row. That's twice this round that we've seen that sharp, short left hook. Right on the chin. Because he'll slip and he'll dip to Navarrete's right side, and then he'll come back over there with that left hook. I believe the layoff is definitely showing up though, because I mean, 10 months, that's almost a year out of the ring. And I think that layoff is definitely was not the greatest thing that he will he had gone through, but you know, it's in a fight, he has to step it up now.
I think he's getting a little bit more into his rhythm though now. Right. I think it took a couple of rounds for him to get into rhythm, but I think Navarrete is starting to turn the tide. He felt like he would get the knockout after 6. I alluded to it earlier, how he's the kind of fighter that revs up, gains momentum, does better later on into fights, and I feel like I get a bit of a sense there at the end of round 5 that the tide may be turning a little bit more here for Navarrete, but the biggest difference in that is what you said earlier. He wasn't being first up until this last round, and more times than not in that round, he got off first.
Exactly, and when he's first, he looks good, and he keeps his opponent defensive and worry about what's happening next.
Está bien. 6. Eduardo, 6.
Friendly reminder from Jack Reese as well, as we'll remind you, round 6 of this 12-round scheduled world title fight. And Emanuel Navarrete comes out throwing a ton of looping shots here to start round 6. Got Baez looking a little shook to start this round. Tough, hard shots now being thrown by Navarrete. Baez having to be a little more reactive. Good counter right hand there from Baez. Strong jab from Navarrete. Jab right hand. Again, jab right hand, finishes with the left that time.
Good fight. It's literally back and forth between both individuals.
Nice left hand to the body, and that drops Baez.
Oh.
And he is not going to beat the count. The body shot does it with the left hand. Emanuel Navarrete knockout.
He's still hurt.
He told us after round 6, I felt the momentum change in that last round. A body shot with the left hand still has Baez down on the canvas. How ironic that it was the body work of Baez that kept him in the fight the first 4 rounds, and it's a body shot that causes his demise.
That ends it, for him at least.
Perfectly placed with the left hand.
Way to hold your ground though, Navarrete, because he was in it. He was in the war for a good minute there. He was in the fight.
And it's kind of like that with these Navarrete fights, like you're in it until you're not.
Yeah, until you're not. So
it's crazy. I mean, you watch him fight, you're like, this guy's a 9-time, 9-defense world champion, 2 different weight divisions. He's out there swinging wild, looping shots, taking shots, walking in the front door, and then boom.
Unpredictable.
Baez up on the stool now, thankfully, looking over to his team. I mean, somebody's trying to get to him, but the doctors are looking at him, so they're kind of holding his team back for a minute, but he now is up, walking to his corner. And let's take a look at how Navarrete got it done. Through the uppercut, and then that left to the body, and it was a delayed reaction, and then, and thankfully not another punch there landed from Navarrete.
Uppercut, body.
Right on that button on the left-hand side. It is another shot to the liver.
Yes. Shout out to Nico Ali Walsh.
He landed one too earlier tonight and got a knockout victory in the 2nd round. We saw a tremendous amount of body work from Giovanni Santillan in our last fight. And now Navarrete ends it with a body shot. Mark Chinook is waiting in the middle of the ring to make this one official. Bernardo Osuna also in the ring will bring us the interview. But that body shot, I mean, and that delayed reaction, what does that feel like, Jamel?
It's excruciating pain. It's something that you can't really describe.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside Pechanga Arena, San Diego, this bout comes to a conclusion at 1 minute 5 seconds of round number 6 for your winner by knockout and still WBO featherweight champion of the world, Emanuel Navarrete.
Describe what the first 5 rounds were like because you finished it in the 6th. Describe lo que fueron esos primeros 5 episodios de una pelea muy competitiva porque ya al final vino en el 6º.
Oh, la verdad que como lo pronostiqué al inicio de que se presentó esta oportunidad con Baez, Baez es un peleador bastante fuerte, siempre nunca lo quise dar por menos, me preparé bien, pero se complicó de más, no lo encontrábamos, era muy complicado, pero al final, gracias a Dios, se le dio el resultado.
I expected a fight like this. I never underestimated Eduardo Baez. I always knew that he was an excellent fighter and the fact that he hit pretty hard. And it was a lot more complicated than I anticipated. But then came that shot and I was able to finish him. Describe lo que fue ese knockout y la mano con la que lo terminaste. Describe the finishing shot, but also that left hand which bothered you.
La verdad fue un golpe muy mexicano, creo yo. Es un gancho al hígado. Esos golpes son muy letales. Es difícil que un peleador lo soporte y la verdad que no lo tengo muy bien hecho, pero me salió muy bien.
Look, that's a very Mexican punch. It comes with my blood, and you can see I don't throw a perfect left hook like you're used to seeing, but this one came out perfect for me, and you saw the result because not many guys can take that shot. The weight cut, how much did it affect you and the layoff when you come into this fight? ¿Qué tanto te afectó el tener que dar el peso y los 10 meses alejado del ring?
Sí, creo que fue parte de lo que se me complicó. El tiempo fuera del ring fue bastante, mucho tiempo más bien. El bajar de división nuevamente después de la ausencia también me costó bastante y creo que fueron factores importantes para que esta noche fuese un poco más complicada.
I'm not going to deny the fact that those 10 months away from the ring made it hard for me. And, you know, at the end of the day, coming down and melting myself down to 126 pounds was difficult, and that did have to affect how hard this fight was. ¿Es la última vez que te vemos en peso pluma o cuál es el plan? What's the plan moving forward? Is this the last time we see you at featherweight?
No sé, la verdad quiero descansar un poco de esta preparación tan larga y de esta velada y vamos a platicar todo el equipo. Yo creo que tenemos un poquito de tiempo para pensarlo, para meditarlo, checar opciones y pues de ahí designar qué puede venir para mí en 126 o 130.
I want to enjoy this moment. I want to enjoy this victory and rest from what was a long, hard camp and a weight cut. But I think I'm going to sit down with my team, and we have a lot of options. So I'm going to weigh those options, see what's best, and then we'll make our choice.